challenges we have. The reason why patients are placed on steroids is because it's the most accessible drug that is affordable. And if we need to address the symptoms, that is what we use. But the problem is that because the other drugs are expensive, then they end up to be chronic users of this drug. And that's why the reason why we need to meet this about partnership and networking. Because we understand that the primary care physician may be the first doctor that will meet the patient. And so I'm going back, education pa rin yung first step. But I think that we also need to network, and now that we have telemedicine, I think telemedicine is also an important avenue where patients don't get lost. The reason is because sometimes patients use steroids because nawawalan sila, hindi nagpa-follow up. And so, and most of the rheumatologists are in the major cities. And it will take time before we are able to train enough rheumatologists to be spread out the country. But I think one of the things that we need to do is to be able to network with the primary care physician who are adequately educated so that they understand the disease and are able to manage our patients together with the specialist. Accessibility is really very, very challenging, I would say. We are all doing our efforts because for these drugs to be accessible kasi it has to be in the national drug formulary. And this is a very long step that society has been doing in partnership with other stakeholders. But we need to have guidelines, local guidelines, which we are actually in the process of doing. But there's a long process again, HTAC and everything before a drug is particularly approved in the drug formulary. And so we need to continue lobbying with the policymakers because, as I said previously, they need to understand that this condition is not just about numbers, but it is about the burden of the disease that we need to address. Thank you.
Excuse me. May I say something about the government, yung support and many years ago? Nag-bring up na kasi ito eh. Bakit hindi lang gagawa ng paraan ng DOH? Why? Kasi ang lupus, hindi mo siya pwede i-categorize cancer. Pagka tinanggap ako sa ospital, hindi naman ako tinatanggap lupus patient yan eh. Ano ngayon ang ibibigay ng bigas? Because I spoke, I do not know if some of you remember, Alex Padilla was there, head of field. And this good friend, he knew that I was lobbying for it alone. And I was saying, kailangan matulungan mo kami. And then what the doctors are telling me, paano namin masasabi na pagka tinanggap ka, lupus patient ka, bukas cardiologist na kailangan mo? Lupus has a constellation of symptoms. Kahit ano yan pwedeng tumama. We have one patient, tatlo yung tumatama at one given time. Pwedeng mata, pwedeng kidney, pwedeng dugo. At one given time, paano mo ngayon sasabihin yun na kailangan tulungan ka ng PhilHealth? Anong category ka? Nasaan ka category? That is why it's very difficult. Perhaps I saw the point when it's na sinabi na sa PhilHealth, at least diagnostic tests. Tulungan nyo kami sa diagnostic test. Yung gamutan, mahihirapan. Why? Kasi kailangan specific ka eh. Pag sinabi bang steroid, talagang yan lang ang pwedeng maibigay para sa lupus patient? Pwede magbigay ng something else. Pero yung lab test, At talagang hindi ka naman bibigyan ng lab test na panel test, kung hindi nagdududa yung doktor na meron kang lupus. Pwede yun sa ticket. Kaya mahirap, number one, mahirap supportahan. Number two, doktor kasi ang magpapay. Hindi naman pwedeng the doctor will spend time lobbying for this. Hindi ito kagaya sa States na may binabayaran talagang lobbyist. You know? I should know. Alam ko kasi kung paano gagawin eh. Kaya lang, ako, presidente ng Lupus Foundation, you mean to tell me I will give up my job to lobby? Who among us, pasyente, doktor, na maglalabi para ilaban ito at the very least, talagang iaano mo, you will push for it. Yung makikita mo naman, bawat opportunity, the doctors will fight for it, pero hindi, siguro kung ang nagkasakit, si Bongbong mismo. I mean, excuse me, because, for the record I have not heard the doctor categorically say na ang sakit ni President Ferdinand Marcos then was disease. I have talked to a lot, may yung informant talk? Kasi mahirap kasi si Marcos may lupus eh. Doktor ka niya? The doctor himself will not say. You get me? Kaya mahirap talaga ilaban yun. Yung lobbying. And then, I like it that somebody mentioned about genes. Noon may study na, mami ko, kapatid ko lahat, namatay na mami ko, namatay ng brother ko. Hindi ako buhay pa. When everybody was saying, she will die ahead of you. Kasi hindi ka na mamamatay. Araw-araw ka lang masakit ang katawan. And then you stop talking about the pain. Okay? That is lupus. At a certain stage, you stop complaining. Because nobody will understand. That is the complexity of this disease. So when we say, kasi ganito ka, humiti ka na lang, saka sabihin mo, kaya to, kakayanin namin ito. And usually, those who survive are the people who don't have money. Because the poor, they help themselves better. Kasi wala silang pera. Kaya susunod sila sa doktor. Kaya pipila sila ng umaga para makakuha ng appointment. Eh yung mga mayayaman, pag may rason, kaya yan. If I say this, believe me, 30 years looking all at the patients, usually, yung nagsusurvive talaga, yung wala silang masyadong pera. Because they help one another. And then they go to the right doctors. Isa pa yun. They must go to the right doctors. Tsaka talagang pupunta sila palagi. Hindi yung, wala kasi yung doctor on this day. Wag na lang. Kasi mag-traffic eh.
In addition po, number one, for the accessibility of medicines for lupus patients, number one, kasi most ng mga gamot namin, pinihiram lang namin from other conditions. Hindi talaga naka-indicate for lupus. Kahit na nasa guidelines na, kahit nasa international guidelines na, even in World Health Organization Essential Medicines List, wala actually for lupus. It's more for autoimmune disease, which is hydroxychloroquine lang. tsaka azathioprine. Pero all others, naka-indicate sila for other conditions. So we have some reports na kailangan mag-file pa yung doktor, for example, government doctor ng mga papers para magamit yung cyclophosphamide, which is a cancer drug that is also being used by lupus nephritis para maibigay sa isang pasyente na nag-flare ng lupus nephritis. Also like rituximab, nasa cancer din siya, pero hinihiram din ng lupus kasi yun yung kasama sa mga treatment guidelines niya. Unfortunately, we can't, it's really hard to put in indications for conditions like us because we don't have the numbers. Kahit na siguro makompleto namin yung registry, since we are part of the rare disease, pagdating pa lang sa burden of illness, burden of disease, tapos ibabangga mo siya sa kung gaano kamahal yung gamot, talong-talo na kami. So which is why we are also asking for health technology assessment to have a different set of parameters for conditions which are rare in nature. Kasi pag binangga mo talaga yung numbers, wala na eh. Ang gamot namin, 100,000, di ba? So, tapos iilan lang yung pasyente na sasabihin magbe-benefit. And pag kinumpara mo kami, for example, those with hypertension, diabetes, tapos magkano lang yung gamot nila, tapos madami yung sinasabing magbe-benefit, eh, yun ang uunahin nila kasi yun yung sa tingin nila nasa top 10 NCDs. Additional is, we don't have enough experts who can explain yung condition na hindi man siya nakakamatay, but if we try or if we help these patients early on, if they are diagnosed properly, if they are given the right medicines, they can live a better life, a more productive life, na hindi mo na siya tutulungan, ay hindi mo na siya gagastusan, hindi na siya gagastusan ng gobyerno ng libo at milyon. Imagine if a patient with lupus, with kidney involvement, na early on, na-control na yung condition, na-control na yung disease, and minimal lang yung gamot na kailangan niyang i-take, hindi siya aabot na magda-dialysis, na milyon yung gagastusin ng gobyerno dahil nagda-dialysis na siya. Diba? So, and another thing is, because lupus patients are specialized conditions, so hindi mahirap para sa amin na mag-avail na ng Consulta Plus package of the PhilHealth kasi we don't go to the primary care providers anymore. We go to the specialized doctors. Eh, ang Consulta Plus package, para magamit mo yung laboratory test niya, kailangan ng nag-request primary care provider. So, it defeats the purpose of a person with lupus to use the Consulta package kasi hindi na yun yung kailangan mo eh. May mga iba ka ng mga pangangailangan na hindi mag-fit dun sa Consulta package.
So this was a very enlightening and informative discussion. I think in the interest of time, we have to formally close the panel discussion. Oh, we have one more. Thank you.
Correct me if I'm